Number 10. Uber. The billion-dollar taxi but not a taxi service is notorious for their surge pricing, which they claim gives their drivers more incentive to work. But during a recent hostage crisis in Sydney, Uber got some real heat for raising prices for people who were fleeing the area. At first, Uber defended the uptick, saying it would encourage more drivers, but later apologized and offered refunds. In July 2014, they reached a deal with the New York Attorney General after charging up to 8 times the standard rate to pick up people during Hurricane Sandy. Number 9. One Canadian man learned the hard way about using a mobile broadband card while on vacation in Arizona. He was charged $10,668.38 by SaskTel for using it on a laptop to stream Shrek and other family-friendly films on Netflix. He claimed he didn't know there would be roaming charges and was floored by the huge bill. Fortunately, this being Canada, where everyone is really nice, they reduced the bill to $1,000. That's still an expensive movie night. Number 8. Maria Francis of Sacramento went on a 12-day cruise to get away from it all. She insists she never turned on her cell phone and was even told it wouldn't work. But upon her return, she was hit by Verizon for $1,558 in roaming charges. Maria contacted a local television station's consumer affairs reporter who was able to get the charges dismissed. Number 7. What's a Chicago Bears fan to do when he's sailing on board a Caribbean cruise liner and is dying to catch his favorite NFL team in action? Answer: pull out a laptop, wireless card, and Slingbox device to watch the game over the internet. Clever, but AT&T charged this guy for international roaming at a rate of 2 cents per kilobyte. Wayne Burdick claimed he was at a Miami port during his viewing session, but Ma Bell wasn't buying it. In the end, he pleaded his case with 14 different AT&T representatives and got the bill reduced to $6,000. Then had the charges officially dropped after the Chicago Sun-Times shared his story. Number 6. Carnell Alexander may live in Detroit, but it must certainly feel like he's a character in a Kafka novel. The state of Michigan claims he owes $30,000 in child support for a kid that wasn't his. In 1987, while in jail for an unrelated crime, his girlfriend at the time put his name as the father on a state assistance form. He didn't know about the money he supposedly owed until a 1991 traffic stop revealed debt. He took a DNA test, which proved he wasn't the father. A judge sympathized and annulled $30,000 due the mother, who also apologized for her deceit, saying it was the only way she could get financial assistance. But as of October 2014, he was still on the hook for $30,000 that was paid to the mother from the state of Michigan, unless another judge steps in and reverses the ruling. Number 5. 3 women were having food and drinks at a Chili D's in Stockton, California, and when they received their check, they had to do a double take. Printed on the receipt were the words "Fat Girls," apparently used by the bartender to indicate which customers it was for. At first, the manager Jeff had a smirk on his face like he was trying not to laugh and offered a 50% discount, which they refused. Jeff was later fired and the company apologized. Number 4. There have long been reports of outrageous U.S. hospital bills, but this one really bites. Eric Ferguson of Charlotte, North Carolina, was taking out the trash when he was bitten by a snake. He was rushed to the hospital and given an anti-venom medicine and was there for 18 hours. When the bill came, it totaled $89,227, which included 4 doses of anti-venom priced at $20,000 each. The same medicine could be found online for $750 a dose. Luckily, he was covered and the bill was renegotiated down to $20,227, but he still had to pay $5,400 to cover the deductible. What if it was someone that didn't have the resources to research and didn't have insurance? His wife Laura wondered. Number 3. Some people may consider listening to the heavy industrial goth sound of Skinny Puppy to be torture, and indeed it was used exactly as that on prisoners at Guantanamo Bay. But when the Canadian band found out about it through a fan that was a former guard at Gitmo, they were outraged. Because we make unsettling music, we can see it being used in a weird way, but that doesn't sit right with us, keyboardist 7 Keys said. So as a form of protest, the band sent a bill to the United States government requesting royalties for playing their music, often on endless repeat to detainees. The kicker, the amount they requested was $666,000. Number 2. Ted Osborne from Fort Collins, Colorado, thought he was doing a good deed when he wrote a check for $42 for some Girl Scout cookies from his local troop. However, due to what he says was an error by the Girl Scouts bank, he was charged $82 because of a closed account. He maintains it was not closed and sent proof. Still, the matter escalated, and he was sent to a collection agency that sent him a bill for $739.85, which included $450 in attorney's fees. While he fights the charge, which cost him $96 in filing fees, he says he still loves Girl Scout cookies, but next time he'll just pay cash. Number 1. Alex Nash, a 5-year-old boy from Cornwall, was invited by a classmate to a birthday party at a nearby ski resort. However, his parents realized he was already scheduled to spend time with his grandparents, so he didn't attend the party. A few weeks later, Alex was handed an envelope at school, which was from Julie Lawrence, the birthday boy's mother. Inside was a professionally printed receipt, purportedly from Plymouth Ski Slope, for nearly 16 pounds, or $24 for a no-show fee that Plymouth denies sending. When Alex's parents discovered the bill in his lunch sack, they were incredulous. "The money isn't the issue, it's the way she went about trying to get the money from me," Father Derek said, vowing to take the matter to small claims court.